Do animals know when you're sick? Your dog lies next to you all day when you have a fever. Your cat suddenly sleeps closer than usual. Even a horse, a parrot, or a pet rabbit may act strangely when their human is sick, so it feels like animals know. But here's the strange part. They probably do not know what a virus is. They do not understand blood pressure, inflammation, cancer, or infection. And yet, they may notice your illness before you fully notice it yourself. So the real question is not, do animals know you are sick? The better question is, what exactly are they detecting? Because to an animal, sickness is not a word. It is a smell, a movement, a sound, a change in routine, a tiny shift in the body that humans often ignore. And animals are built to notice those shifts. Let's start with the most obvious superpower, smell. To humans, sickness often feels invisible. You wake up tired, your head hurts, your throat feels weird, and you say, maybe I'm getting sick. But inside your body, the change started much earlier. When your immune system reacts, your chemistry changes, your sweat changes, your breath changes. Your skin can release different tiny molecules into the air. Scientists call many of these molecules volatile organic compounds, or VOX. That sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. Your body has a smell print. An illness can slightly rewrite it. Dogs are especially good at reading this invisible smell print. Research on medical scent detection has shown that trained dogs can detect certain diseases from breath, sweat, urine, or other samples. Studies have tested dogs on cancers, infections, and even COVID-19. The results are not perfect, and dogs are not magic medical machines. But the pattern is real enough that scientists keep studying it. This is why some dogs can be trained to alert people with diabetes when their blood sugar is dropping. They are not thinking, glucose levels are unstable. They are smelling a chemical change, learning that it matters, and reacting. To the dog, your body becomes a message. But this does not only happen with trained dogs. A normal pet may not know the exact illness, but it can still notice that you smell different. Imagine living with someone every day for years. You know the smell of their skin, their clothes, their bed, their hands, their room. Then one day, that familiar smell changes. A dog may not understand the reason, but it can understand something is different, and that is only the first clue. The second clue is movement. When humans are sick, we become terrible actors. We try to act normal, but our body gives us away. We walk slower. We sit differently. We sleep longer. We stop playing. We breathe through our mouth. We move like everything is heavier. To another human, these changes may be too small to notice, but many animals survive by noticing tiny body signals. A wild animal that misses small signs can die. A deer must notice the smallest change in a predator's posture. A wolf must notice if a pack member is weak. A bird must notice if another animal is acting dangerous. So when your dog sees you lying on the couch for 6 hours instead of walking around, that is not random information. That is a major change in the pattern. Pets are pattern machines. They know when you usually wake up. They know the sound of your footsteps. They know when you usually feed them. They know when your energy is normal. So when sickness breaks the pattern, they notice. This may be why some animals become clingy when their owners are ill. Not because they fully understand disease, but because their favorite human suddenly moves like a wounded animal. And in the animal world, that matters. But there is another layer, and this one is more emotional. Sickness changes your mood. You become quieter, more irritable, more fragile. Your voice changes. Your face changes. Your breathing changes. Even your stress level changes. Dogs, especially, are very sensitive to human emotional signals. Studies suggest dogs can respond differently to human emotional expressions, crying, and even the smell of human stress. In one study, dogs exposed to the scent of stressed humans behaved more cautiously, as if the smell itself changed how they judged the world. This means your pet may not just detect your illness. It may detect the emotional shadow of your illness. When you are sick, you may feel weak, anxious, or lonely, and your animal picks up pieces of that state. A dog sitting beside you may not be thinking, "My human needs emotional support." It may be thinking something simpler. "My human is not normal today. Stay close." And sometimes that is enough. But not all animals react the same way. Dogs often come closer because dogs evolved as social animals. Their survival has depended on groups, cooperation, attention, and reading others. Cats can also notice sickness, but they may show it differently. Some cats become more affectionate. Some become watchful. Some simply take advantage of the fact that you are warm, still, and lying in bed for hours, which sounds less romantic. But still, the cat noticed. Prey animals may react differently again. A rabbit or bird may become cautious around strange behavior, because in nature, weakness can mean danger. Illness attracts predators. Strange movement can signal risk. So the same human sickness can create different animal reactions. A dog may approach. A cat may observe. A prey animal may become nervous. A trained medical dog may alert. The behavior depends on the species, the individual animal, and its history with you. This is important because humans often turn animal behavior into a fantasy. We want to believe our pets have a secret medical sense, and in a way, they do. But not like a doctor. More like a detective. They collect clues from your smell, your posture, your voice, your schedule, your emotions, and your energy. Then their brain compares today's version of you with the normal version of you. And if the difference is big enough, they react. That reaction can look like love. And maybe sometimes it is love. But scientifically, it is also attention. Animals do not need to understand sickness in human language to respond to it. They only need to recognize change. And this leads to the deeper answer. Do animals know when you are sick? They may not know the name of the sickness, but they can know that you are not yourself. And maybe that is the part that feels so powerful. Because when you are sick, humans often ask for proof. A test, a number, a diagnosis, a visible symptom. But an animal may notice something simpler. You smell different. You move different. You feel different. So it stays closer. Not because it understands medicine, but because, in its own animal way, it understands you. And sometimes, before anyone else sees that something is wrong, that is enough.